Hey guys, it's Jaclyn, and today I wanted to do a fun little video because I was cleaning my bedroom and I found this. This is my first diary ever. I think I wrote this in, 2005. So I was 8 years old in this, so I thought it would be funny if I read through this on camera for the first time in like 6 or 7 years. So I thought there would be no better way to spend my evening than to snuggle up on my bed wearing my dad's big oversized sweater and read through my diary. So let's get started. Clearly from just looking at this book, I was a very angry child. I have like vandalized the entire front and back of this. And I remember there used to be like a little flower emblem on this thing and I just plucked it right off and drawn all over it. What do these even say? Devil child? Don't read. My tragic stories, XOXO. Oh my god. There is various drawings of like angry faces, so I don't know what that means. Interpret that as you will. Let's head on into this. Okay. So let's start at the very first page. Dear whoever is reading my diary, are you sure you're supposed to be reading somebody's diary? Have you done this before? If I did not give you permission, you should stop right now. If you're my parents, then yes, I know I'm not allowed to call people idiots and fools and turds and trolls and all that, but I didn't call them that. I wrote it. And if you punish me for it, I will know you read my diary, which you didn't have permission to do. Now the power vested in me. The power vested in me? How old was I? Now the power vested in me, I promise everything in this diary is true, or at least as true as I think it needs to be. Signed, Jaclyn Forbes. What was that? Oh, there's some small print at the bottom. No, I did not steal this from a book. I borrowed it. I was gonna say, there's no way I was able to write that and use the word vested, knowing what it meant. So that's great that I was plagiarizing at the age of 8. But anyways, let's get to the first diary entry, which is called Saturday with a giant capital A. We did chores around the house. I cleaned and dusted my room. Then we opened presents and played games. Oh, this was Christmas Eve, by the way. Then we opened presents and played games. When everybody left, I put sparkles on the ground and got milk and cookies, spelled COOCIES, carrots and water. Then I went to bed. We got to bed late. And that's the first entry. Riveting stuff. If you were able to see the spelling in this book, you would be astounded that I was 8 years old. It looks like someone in kindergarten wrote this. Actually, looking at this back, I remember when I actually got this diary and why I started it. It was because we were going on vacation that Christmas, and I'm pretty sure my brother's teacher told him for homework that he had to write like in a journal every day what he did. I don't know what kind of teacher gives some little kid homework over Christmas, but that's what he had to do. And I think my mom felt bad for him. So in order to make him feel better about having to do homework on vacation, she made me write in a journal too. And I remember I was so mad about it. I was like, Mom, why you gotta do that to me? So I think that's why like the first couple of entries are so like short and abrupt, because I was like angry and trying to like keep things as simple as possible. But I guess it turned out that I love journaling because I ended up filling up this entire book, and I've got like 4 other journals that are like completely full, and I still actually journal today. So it's kind of funny to look back and read what I was thinking when I was like 8 years old. Okay, this one says, tomorrow is Mardi Gras. I hope I get picked to be the queen. My mask isn't done yet though. In school we used to have this Mardi Gras festival, and you had to like make these masks, and we would like parade around this school wearing them, and you'd have to be dressed up in like gold, purple, and green. And I think they picked like a queen from each class and like a king, whoever was dressed up the best. So I clearly really wanted to win. Oh, and there's a little like star beside this. At the end of the day, we worked on our masks. I finally, in caps and in bold, finally got it done. Okay, now this is the next day. Mardi Gras was today, but I wasn't the queen. Boo. Oh my god. Then there's also a little star and a little note. Jessica was the queen, but she was wearing red, orange, and blue. It wasn't even Mardi Gras colors. I should have got picked to be queen. And there's like an illustration of me with a shirt that says queen on it. It's so weird though to look back and see like what was going through your brain and what your priorities and what you thought was important to write down in a book. Buddy. What a time to be alive. Okay, so moving on, this guy says, Dear Diary, and it is March 10th of 2006. California, here we come. At 4 in the morning, we went to the Buffalo airport. We flew to Chicago, then LA. It was a long ride, but we got to LA. We went to a bed in... What does that say? Oh, we went to a bed and breakfast hotel. Then we ate some snacks. Then we went to bed. P.S. California was not what I expected. Ellipses. But good. This is so funny. I was a handful. The next day says, Dear Diary, this morning we went to Malibu Beach to find Jennifer Aniston's house and Courtney Cox's house. That's great that I was stalking at a young age. Then we went back to the hotel and dried off. Then we went to the farmer's market and I saw a hilarious weasel. Good night, Jaclyn. That was so abrupt, I was getting into that. Just ended that with good night. Okay, moving on. Okay, so I flipped right ahead. This is December 15th, 2007. Dear Diary, today is my actual birthday. I'm officially 10. Does my writing look different? Am I taller? Maybe. Anyhow, I'm so tired. Here's all I can write for now. We had breakfast and then everybody went home. Now we're heading to Toronto to see Hannah Montana in concert. Yeah, I know. I can't wait. I had the best birthday ever. Thanks, heart, heart, heart. And then it says, later. I just came back from the concert. It was so awesome. I was so close. I was in the 8th row beside the stage and I bought a Miley t-shirt in brackets, aka Hannah Montana, and I bought a Miley hat. I love Miley Cyrus / Hannah Montana. I had the best birthday any 10-year-old girl could ask for. Thank you so much, everyone. And there's like a kiss and lipstick at the bottom. Okay, on a side note, it's actually kind of cool to see how your writing changes like as you grow up. At the beginning it was so different. Like I did the A's with a little like hook on the top, and it's just cool to see like your writing evolve, and I don't know, I guess you grow up. Okay, this entry is dated June 26, 2008. Dear Diary, well, ... Today was the last day of school. Oh yeah. I couldn't wait for the clock to turn from 3:04 to 3:05, and when it did, everyone yelled summer as the bell changed, and I ran out of the classroom, grabbed my bag, and ran down the hall at top speed out of the doors and ran down the field as I jumped into my car. It was the best feeling ever, but now it doesn't seem like summer break, but I'm still really glad it is. I finally got to get out of that jail cell of a school. Jail cell of a school? How old was I? 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, I was vicious, oh my gosh. Okay, and now on the next page, I'm like getting deep all of a sudden. What I can't believe is that a chapter of my life has finally finished and a new one is beginning. Wow, what an amazing feeling. I sure hope someone is reading this diary right now, because that means 3 things. I'm wasting my time in this book writing in it. 2, I'm writing to no one. 3, no one will be reading the great times I had, like the times right now. I keep on thinking, school's out, oh my god, well, TTYL, Jaclyn. It was getting so good, and then I had to add TTYL to that. Oh, this one's actually so cute. All it says is, I am proud of who I am. I love who I am. That's actually so cute. Self-love, people, self-love. I'm actually so glad that like I wrote a diary when I was younger, because it honestly is so cool to look back and just see what you were like as a kid. As funny as it is, but it's actually so cool. Okay, now this is the last page in my diary, and I wrote this on January 22nd, 2010 at approximately 10:45 p.m. It's sad to say this book is filled. I have written in here since 2005. Wow, 5 years in this book. I hope you enjoyed this book. I definitely had a blast creating it. It's been pretty much everywhere in North America, and I'm so glad my mom forced me to write in here when I was a little kid, because it's hilarious to see what I wrote. I just find it amazing how my life, well, 5 years of my life, are in your hands. I just hope you enjoyed it. Wow, it is kind of sad in a way, even though it's just a book. I mean, I wrote in it when I was happy, sad, or whatever. This book was there through it all. Oh, everything's falling out of it. As I turn the last page, I realized that I wrote the last page on this like 2 years ago. Wow, silly me, always getting so ahead of myself. I also realized that this is my very last entry, and it's written in blue pen. Meanwhile, black pen is my favorite. Funny how things change, eh? So this is it, Jaclyn Forbes signing off at exactly 10:53 for the very last time. Love always, Jaclyn Forbes. I wrote it with like such intent of people reading this. Wow, okay, I was expecting this to be like a really funny and lighthearted video, but I feel like that it just got deep and serious at the end, I don't know. But in all honesty, I think it's really cool to keep a journal, and I really encourage you to keep a journal if you don't already. If not only for the fact when you look back in like 10 years, it'll be so cool just to see what you were thinking and how you spoke and how you wrote. But it's also really like therapeutic to like write down in a journal and just, I don't know, just write and let your feelings out, as cheesy as that sounds. I think it's just so weird because who would have thought that when I was 8 years old writing in this journal that I would be like sharing it on the internet when I was 17. I don't know, that's just kind of such a weird thought. Sometimes thinking about life and thinking about time and how we grew up, it just freaks me out. Anyways, I feel like I've been talking to this camera for like ages. I think I've been sitting here for like an hour reading through this, and it's actually, that was such a cool experience, and I'm glad that I got to share it with you guys. So I hope that you liked it, and I hope that you enjoyed looking into my 8-year-old brain. But other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon.